Hi, I'm Daniel Bizzari with Dr. Scolin's cognition class, and today we'll be looking at distractive driving.
1 week later.
400,000 injuries and 1/4 of all car accidents nationwide are due to texting and driving. In fact, 94% of teens believe that there should be some sort of ban or regulation on texting and driving, but 35% of them still do text and drive. Why is that? Some feel pressured to answer text messages quickly, while others feel they will miss out on important information. But an important factor, reported by over a quarter of participants, is that they do not feel that texting and driving will impair their driving. I'm going to put the theories of these drivers to the test. That is, that they can still drive fine while on their phone or distracted. To do so, I will create a driving simulation. I chose Mario Kart 8 as a simulation for my experiments, as it allows me to better recreate the driving environment with the steering wheel function. I used Toad's Turnpike as a track for the experiment, since it has cars and buses on the road that help simulate traffic. Both these participants are in the control condition, in which they get to drive without any distraction. This condition was made because there are vast differences in the skill levels of different players. So in order to compare the actual effect of the texting and driving, I would need to compare to a baseline. As you just saw, texting and driving did not make Mario Kart any easier. In fact, after looking at the footage, I saw an overall increase in accidents and an overall increase in time it took to complete the race. To better understand why texting and driving can be so difficult, we need to take a look at the way the mind works. Your brain is not built for multitasking. In fact, your brain can only really focus on one thing at a time. For example, if you were on the road trying to drive and pay attention to your phone, you would only really be able to pay attention to one, switching back and forth between your phone and driving as necessary. On top of that, it takes time for your brain to switch from one task to another. This is called switch cost, essentially the amount of time it takes for your brain to go from its previous task to its next task. While only a fraction of a second, this can make a difference out on the road. While everything I said applies to most people, there is a small percentage of the population that can multitask effectively. These are called supertaskers. However, they are only 2%, so it is unlikely that you are one of them and does not justify texting and driving. While I do hope that a better understanding of texting while driving will discourage people from doing so, I understand phones have this tricky tendency of getting your attention even if you don't want them to. So to help mitigate this, I wanted to introduce Drive Mode. Drive Mode is this app that turns on if your car is going over 15 miles an hour and then blocks any text your phone receives, and then sends a text to whoever texted you, informing them that you're driving. Hopefully this app and apps like this will help reduce the distractions you see on the road. This video is focused on texting and driving, but I felt it was important to bring your attention to another common distractor that takes place in the car, talking on the phone and driving. Talking on the phone and driving has been shown to impair your driving just as much as texting does. But it's much more abstract since there's not a screen you stare at, so it's not as easy to identify as a distractor. But it still takes away your attention from the driving and into the conversation, so it works as a distractor just the same. Next time you get in your car, please consider not talking on the phone and definitely consider not texting. Thank you for listening. Drive safe.